Hey, so I want to ask you something, and I want you to really think about this one before you answer it. If someone handed you a microphone right now and said, just talk about something, just talk about anything you care about, what would you say? Would you freeze up? You start trying to sound like someone you've seen on YouTube? Or would the words just kind of just come out naturally? Because here's the thing, most new creators don't have a camera problem. They have an authenticity problem. And I don't mean that in a harsh way. I mean the most real and honest way I can. They're so worried about sounding right, looking right, being polished enough that they completely lose the one thing that would actually make people want to watch and come back. Their real voice. And today, I want to help you to find that voice, not a borrowed version of someone else's, but yours. So let me ask you, have you ever watched a YouTube video and thought, like, somehow they knew exactly what you were thinking, exactly what you were struggling with? That feeling, that's what authenticity does. And if you're a new creator who hasn't started yet, or you've started but you feel like something's off, like you're putting out videos but they don't feel like you, then yes, this is absolutely for you. Now, here's the thing I want you to think about every single day you spend trying to mimic someone else's style or waiting until you sound more professional. Is the day your actual audience, the people who would genuinely connect with the real you, can't find you. They're out there right now searching, and they're searching and finding other people. Not you, but not because those people are better than you, but just because those people showed up as themselves and you haven't shown up yet. That's the real cost of not figuring this out. Views or subscriptions, it's connections. And connections are what build a channel that actually lasts. Hi, I'm Dan at Being Lifted Media. If this helps you, please help me subscribe and like. Now, I want to be straight with you about who I am. I'm building my YouTube channel, my YouTube coaching and mentoring business. And I've been working with new creators just like you for trying to get off the ground and figure all this out. And the number one thing I see holding people back isn't equipment, it isn't editing, it isn't thumbnails, it's this. They don't know how to show up as themselves on camera. They feel like they have to perform, like they have to be bigger and louder and more exciting and a more exciting version of themselves. And in trying to be all that, they lose the very thing that makes them interesting. So I'm here because I've seen this up close and I want to help you avoid that trap. Maybe you've been studying other creators, watching how they talk, how they structure their videos, what their energy is like. And honestly, that's not a bad starting point, but here's where it goes wrong. At some point, studying becomes copying. And if copying feels comfortable because it takes the pressure off of you, you don't have to figure out who you are on camera. You just follow someone else's formula. The problem is your audience can feel it. Maybe not right away, but over time, there's something that feels slightly off, slightly rehearsed, like you're wearing a costume that doesn't quite fit. And people don't subscribe to a costume. They subscribe to a person. So the approach of borrowing someone else's style, it might get you started, but it won't get you far. You have to find your own thing. Here's the shift I want you to make. Stop thinking about what you sound like and start thinking about what you actually care about. Because your authentic voice isn't something you create. It's something you uncover. It's already there. It's the way you explain something to a friend. It's the thing you could talk about for an hour without even realizing it, without even realizing time has passed. It's the problem you've already solved that other people are still stuck in. We just have to get it out. Here's what I want you to do. And this is simple. I mean, really, genuinely. Grab your phone, not a camera, not a ring light, just your phone. And I want you to answer these two questions out loud. Just talk like you're talking to a friend, telling that friend, do you naturally talk about with the people closest to you? What topics come up over and over again when you're just hanging out? Having a conversation. What do people ask your opinion on? What do they come to you for advice about? And question 2, what's a problem that you've already solved that you know other people are still struggling with? What did you figure out the hard way that you wish someone, anyone, had told you back then? That's it. Just talk. Talk those 2 questions through. Don't edit. Just be yourself. Don't perform. Just talk. And when you listen back, pay attention to where your energy picks up, where you sound most like yourself. Where you stop thinking about how you sound and how you just say things, that's your voice. That's your channel. That's what your channel should sound like. I know you might be thinking, that sounds like too many simple things. Surely finding my authentic voice is a little more complicated than that. A little bit more complicated than answering those 2 questions. And I get it, but here's what I want you to imagine. Picture yourself 6 months from now. You've been putting out videos, and in your comments, someone writes, I feel like you're talking directly to me. I feel like you're talking to me every single time. Or they say, you're the first person that actually explained this in a way that makes sense to me. That's what happens when you show up as yourself. People don't just watch, they feel seen. And when people feel seen, they subscribe, they share, they reach out. They become the kind of audience that actually matters. People who trust you, who come back, who eventually want to work with you. And none of that happens when you're pretending to be someone else. It only happens when you're brave enough to just be you. Here's what I want you to walk away with today. You don't need better equipment to find your authentic voice. You need better questions to find your authentic voice. And the 2 I gave you, what do you naturally talk about? And what problem have you already solved? Those are your starting points. Do that exercise today. Don't wait till tomorrow, because your future audience needs you. Because your future audience is already out there waiting, and they don't want a polished version of someone else. They want the real version of you. That's what YouTube is missing, and that's what only you can give it. Do you have a topic you talk about often with friends? Or does the idea of sharing information on a problem you solve sound like a better topic to talk about? Let me know in the comments. Thanks for watching. I'm Dan. See you in the next one.